What's up, my fellow Kingdom ambassadors? What's good? What's poppin'? What's going on in between, underneath, above, and all that good stuff? How you feeling? How you kicking it? How you breathing? The moral of the story is how you doing? How you doing? So, you guys, I'm gonna put the review of all of the Housewives shows in one video. It's not gonna be an hour long. I'm just gonna give you a summary of what happened in all of them. So we're gonna start with Real Housewives of Dubai. I'm gonna put in like you will see it. But yeah, so let's go ahead on and get started with Real Housewives of Dubai, and then I will be back with my commentary on that one, and then we'll go to the next one. So I can have this up to you guys by the beginning of this week. All right. And I'm eating noodles that I made with egg, kimchi,
on the Real Housewives of Dubai. In our marriage, I think I was a great wife, and I think that you drove me absolutely crazy.
And if you hear some biting in my videos with my dog, she's eating her bone, so that's what you hear the loudness from. So just disregard my dog.
You should see me in bed. It's better than my dance moves. I would like to build a relationship with you. Because you and I
Please explain to me when Nina Ali became best friends with Caroline Stanbury.
I don't know. I'm putting Sarah with Ion
Okay, that's good.
and Caroline.
Done. Let's do it.
Let's go on a date.
Okay.
And get to know each other.
Let's do it.
I recognize that they are husband and wife.
They don't hate me because I'm beautiful. They hate me because they're basic.
A woman should be two things: who and what she wants.
The desert is ruthless, but nothing is more savage than me. The only thing you can take from me are notes.
If you think money can't buy you happiness, you clearly haven't been to Dubai.
In the city of gold, nothing shines brighter than me. Okay, all right, Island. I know you hate it when I pack. I'm going. You wanna come with me, Tess? Hmm?
Hey, honey.
Hi.
Baby.
What?
What are you doing with only 9 years old there?
Hey, he likes coming out, you know that. One of my best friends, Michael, gifted me that lizard. And when Puff arrived, he was not my favorite. I used to get really, really scared of him. And I've grown fond of the lizard. And now the lizard goes everywhere with me. Literally, I'm the lizard whisperer.
First thing first, first scene that comes to my mind after watching the first scene. Caroline does not like her husband. She don't like him. She don't want to be around him.
You better serve, Ion.
She talks to him like he's her child. And he acts like he's her child. Like, she has a trip with her girls coming up or whatever. And she's telling him, and he's like, I want to go. And she's like, it's all girls trip. And she has to be like, end of it. Nope, that's it. It's the end of it. It's given, it's really given, I don't know what words to use for it.
Period.
Like a mother and a son relationship. It's not giving wife and husband. It's not for me. We're not here for it. Well, I'm not here for it. I don't know if y'all are here for it, but I'm not here for it at all. And while we're at this channel, I have an upload coming up on my other channel, my primary channel. Well, my first channel, the Beautifully Yasmin channel. So make sure you go over there and go check us out. Go check me out over there and go see what I have posted up there. I have so many great content coming up on that one as well. But yeah, let's get back into it. He cannot be this. Oh my God, he cannot be this stupid. And Sergio cannot be this stupid. I refuse to believe a grown man who has gone to school is this stupid. Why you don't know what an umbilical cord is? How? He's not this stupid. This gotta be like he's acting. He's not this stupid. What? She's telling him, we're still in the same scene of like her going on a trip, and she's telling him like you gotta cut the umbilical cord. And he's like, what's the umbilical cord? And she has to explain to him you cannot be this dumb. Your mother did not have to talk with you. Your father did not have to talk with you. You didn't learn nothing in school. Like, what were you doing? Just. So I really love this conversation that they're having. Oh, I'm not saying who. Caroline, Brooks, and Sarah are having in the desert. They're sitting in the sand, having a picnic. Great Dubai stuff. Okay, so I love the conversation they're having about like healing and like how other people heal and how the healing process is different for everybody. And how like Caroline was saying how like her husband really hurt her with like the false promises and the which caused her to now treat people differently, which for me I can attest to, because like growing up when my biological father has tarnished me and has hurt me and broke me in a way where like I don't deal with men or even people that are mainly men and people in relationship that I'm in a relationship with or like friendship the same. Like I don't treat people the same way as I would have when I was younger, and I was like all carefree with my not even carefree with my love life, but just I feel like it takes a process for healing. Okay, and when something traumatic happens to you, when something like really major happens to you from people that you trusted and you thought they were gonna like not do you that way, it now creates a pattern for you. Like because me and my biological father ended on the terms that we ended, now I can see patterns of him in relationships that I've had. I didn't see it while I was in them, but I can see them now that I'm out of them, that like they were carefree with my love. They made promises they didn't keep. And even now when like if a friend was to tell me we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that, and then they don't keep their word, and that's why keeping my word to me is like my bond. Like it's my bond. So when somebody doesn't do that for me, I completely look at you in a different way. Like if we're supposed to do something together and we promise that we're gonna do something together and then you reneged on it, I'm no longer going to look at you in that form of like, oh, I can counter your words. I'm now going to treat you differently. My approach to you is going to be differently. And it shouldn't be like that. And I'm working on my healing. But I don't think that part of me will ever change of like, if you voluntarily if you gave me your word and you don't keep it, that's not something that I can change, or like because now I'm making excuses for you. You know what I mean? So I love this conversation. Judging, but how do one date a married man that is a public figure without knowing that he is married and he is a public figure, like a politician? So Caroline, how'd you date him? And okay, so basically she's talking about how we're at the part where they're on a vacation together now. The house is gorgeous. Okay, the house is gorgeous. Caroline is a bit jealous of Lisa and Chanel's friendship, and she was like, for Chanel to stop being Lisa's crowd, which I feel like if my friends don't back me up, then who? Because one thing about me is when it comes to my friends, I'm gonna have your back in public. Whether you're wrong, all right, loud and wrong, we will be together. But when we get behind closed doors, then I'm gonna correct you. But I don't understand the whole thing of like she can't, like, why you policing somebody on how they can be a friend to somebody else. I don't understand it. Excuse me, I don't understand that. And then now she's talking about how she did that. They're playing games. They played Never Have I Ever, Two Truth and a Lie. And she's talking about how she dated a politician, and he was it was a match made in heaven because she deserves to be somebody's first lady. But in the technicality, it was that he was married. Okay. So in this scene, they're sitting for breakfast or whatever. You know, the typical housewife montage of everybody's morning where everybody calling their households and checking on their homes or whatever. So now they're at breakfast or whatever. And Lisa is talking about her brother, who is biologically her cousin, that was murdered by his friend. And they're talking about how, like, spirits of people who have not been settled or have their death was not settled, their spirit still lingers around. And she's talking about how she had a dream about her cousin, her brother, coming and talking to her about who his murderer was and giving her directions and where to find him or whatever, and how her husband was freaked out and thought like she was losing her mind and she needs to be in therapy. I feel like oftentimes people don't understand that, like, dreams are dreams are a form of, so from my understanding of it, we're in a physical realm. There's two different realms, a physical realm and a spiritual realm, right? When I sleep, majority of the time when I have dreams, is either towards the future or something that is happening right now that God wants me to pray for, or God is trying to show me something about my life or somebody's life. Or I am having a warfare with the devil in a spiritual realm. You know what I mean? You may not understand what I'm saying, but there's no way I can explain it. But dreams are, it's not really, dreams aren't like fictions of things. Dreams are sometimes could be yourself, your unconscious mind just showing you what you're going through. But for me, I've never had that where like I go to sleep and I'm just dreaming about, like, if I have TV on, then yeah, I'll go to sleep dreaming about whatever I'm watching about. But usually my dreams are solely directly from God, or me having to fight the enemy. And in her thing where she's saying how, like, because she lost somebody close to her due to death or whatever, now it makes her feel like she can never really be truly happy because she's scared of losing people. I wholeheartedly understand that, because my grandfather is about to be 1 year on August 17th that my grandfather passed away. And I also had a friend, we weren't best friends, but we were close enough, that committed suicide. I can't say that word. That committed a thingy that took their life away, that unalivened themselves. You know what I mean? And because of that, because of those, and I've also experienced other deaths in my life as well. But because of those type of things, I feel like I'm more so, it's not that I am scared of people leaving me. I am scared of me leaving people and leaving them in the state of which I was left in. Like, the one person, like, there's so many times I could have unalived myself, right? And the only reason why I didn't do it, one, is because God, and I just don't want to go, God. The second one is solely because of the fact that I know if I was to take myself out of this world, how my family will cope, especially my sister, will be completely unhealthy. And the people who, like, are really close to me, it would be so devastating for them. And so, you know what I mean? And also because I lost my grandfather, it kind of makes me feel like I have to now it kind of makes me feel like I have to now not allow myself to get too close or too caught up in relationships or friendships, so that in case that person ever goes before I'm able to go, then I will be okay. Like, my prayer to God is like whoever I marry, let me go first. Don't take my children before me. Don't take my spouse before me. Just let me go first, because I don't think that, like, even with my grandfather's death, I grieve here and there, but like it still has not set into me that like, I don't know, it's just it feels like an unreal thing for me when I think about it. And even going to his gravesite and actually seeing proof and seeing like, yo, he's really not here no more, it just is disheartening. But I don't know how to explain it, but I truly love this topic and this conversation they're having in this episode. I love that everybody had their own littles, and it wasn't too much of Stanberry, because I don't care for her stuff. But this conversation is just so dope, I love it. But yeah, I don't want to go too much into because I'm gonna start crying. But yeah, stay tuned. I'll be back. And for me also, because they're talking about this part too, I don't believe in the notion of like another life. Like, I believe that before I came to earth, I was in heaven with God as a spirit. I don't know if I was a man, a woman, what kind of beast I was a spirit. And then God sent me down here and created my physical form. You know what I mean? But I don't believe that like in another life I was somebody else, because if that was the case, then I feel like I would have more understanding of life itself. You know what I mean? So because of that, like, I will be able to navigate life, because the way life is going, I'm completely at a loss. Okay, completely at a loss. So, but if I'm wrong, God will tell me, or that is just not in my belief. I just don't believe that. So again, one thing Chanel is gonna give you is the looks. Okay, dresses for days, looks, fashion, eating the girls up for days. She is giving it. And I feel like I have to keep reminding her, like, you know, we're literally just we're going to go do this. You're overdressed. And she's like, well, who gonna change? Not me. Love the energy.
I deserve my champagne.
Is that like normal?
For me, he's more of a man that he shows me how much every day he truly loves me. Caroline, I think two things. Okay, number one is Sergio is giving the love he wants to receive. That's number one. Number two, God sent him to you to make up for everything in your life.
How you know God sent him?
She manifested. She don't
even like that man. How man, please stop saying that. Y'all help her bring God into stuff.
For you. One day he'll cut it off because he's in control of you. No, nobody has paid for me. I don't have that. Sarah, no man has paid for me. Sarah, the point is you don't need to depend on any of them. Not at all. Exactly. I don't know where the dependence comes from.
I depend on my husband my whole entire life, and I love it. But it's the same thing as your husband pays for. It's the exact same thing.
Chanel, no.
That's a commitment between you.
No.
Is your ex
Very different. Very different.
Am I confused?
Chanel, have you run your own business? Have you ever run? Okay.
Of course, first of all, yes,
Yes.
I might be funny, silly
Yes.
jokes and stuff.
No, I'm not.
but I
I'm
love
not
my
to
own
put it down
business.
you.
I'm very hustler.
Okay,
I
so-
can sell you your shoes to the whole planet.
I'm sure you can.
Nothing about
That's.
business.
I'm not putting you down. I'm saying, Chanel.
And I own my own agency.
Chanel,
Book,
it's
and
not
I
to
tell
put you
us-
down. I'm
I'm
saying-
like an ant. I'm everywhere.
Chanel,
Don't
there is
let me
a
forget.
massive-
What do you do?
I didn't say that. I did not say that. Chanel.
You gotta go down, baby.
Yeah, you gotta go down. Stan really did not say anything wrong to Ayan. So where is all of this coming from? I think Ayan was triggered, but what triggered it? Like, how is this even productive right now? There is a difference between dependent an investment.
Agreed.
But Caroline, this is the second time actually you've asked me what I do, and I feel like I've explained to you
No, I
over
did
and
not
over,
say
and
that.
I feel like, let me finish. I do a lot, girl. I do a lot. I take care of my mom. I take care of my family. I've worked so hard to buy my mama house. I've bought my own houses. I'm very smart. I'm very calculating with my money. I literally don't spend my money actually.
No.
And I save my money, and I'm
Chanel.
very business savvy.
Chanel, you have to shut up. What I meant was, Chanel, I know you run a business. I know you are your own business.
First of all, I've worked since I was 7 years old. I know how to make money. I've done it. I live a
Stop
good
it,
life.
Chanel. You're looking for that isn't there.
It gets exhausting being around Ayan because you never know when you're gonna upset her.
I'm good with what I do.
I love you, Chanel. This is not to take you down.
No, you will never take me down because I'm always on top.
I know. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Something in what Caroline said has absolutely set Ayan off. Maybe there's some insecurity. Maybe there's something we all don't know.
But let's be realistic. I'm actually way more successful than you. Way.
Okay, I don't feel like you need to go there.
Whoa.
Because we're gonna need it.
I don't want bees crawling up every inch of my body.
He's on me again.
Oh my God! Is that Sergio? That's Sergio?
I didn't feel good,
I
Ayan.
understand this about you because I'm gonna walk away.
Okay, walk away. Walk away. Hey, my God, it's from one fight to another.
Not today.
If you can remember, from when you were born to when you were 5.
The crying, the sadness, that's what I remember, a lot of pain.
I wholeheartedly understand why Chanel is a bit upset with being questioned if what she does, because yeah, she may her husband may take care of her and all that stuff that she said, but also she didn't just sit on her behind and let her husband take care of her. She's also a model. She's on this show with them for a reason, and I don't believe that Chanel is when they're like, oh, it's exhausting to be around Chanel. First of all, we haven't really seen her get into much arguments like that. Now, the first episode, she got into an argument, but since then, we haven't really seen her get into arguments. She's really the last episode, she was trying to be a peacemaker. So I don't understand that whole comment about her. I just don't get it, but okay. Okay, you guys, so that was it for Real Housewives of Dubai. We're now going to transition into Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Before we get into that, I'm gonna give my whole idea of my whole feeling of the episode. I feel like this episode was actually if I was to rate it, I'd give it a 8.59 because it was they really dived into some topics that I really enjoyed. Usually there are episodes, if it wasn't the Lisa episode, the Lisa in it or Chanel in it, it's just kind of be we didn't really learn nothing. But I like this episode that it had a lot of information to give, and I also love the idea that I love the fact that as a black woman, we always have to be on defense when white people come at us. And when Caroline Stansberry came at Chanel in such a manner of what do you do, and I feel like she has all rights to be upset because just because I let my husband take care of me does not mean that I'm just sitting here dumbfounded or I'm not dumbfounded, but I'm just sitting here stupid and don't know how to take care of myself. Secondly, as a woman with the Caroline Brooks thing of her ex-husband or her fiance funding her dreams or whatever, I get where Sarah was coming from. Because when it comes to men, when they do things, they're very they try to use it, or just with anybody in general. When somebody's helping you with something, their intentions could not be, it could sometimes not be pure because of, they may try to use it oh, I did this for you and da-da-da-da, you could have done this without me. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's where Sarah's coming from. Like, oh yeah, you're independent. That's dope and all. But for you to be having your ex-husband and your ex-boyfriend fund this thing, that's gonna give them control over your success and control over your life. Now, every time you, like, let's say hypothetically, you accept an award for like you doing something, they're going to expect to be thanked in your acceptance because they helped you, instead of you just doing it from ground up. And then in this episode, she also talked about how she got a settlement from her husband. But then before the other episode, she was like, she left that marriage with nothing, and all she took was her son. And very consistent. And I think me and my friend was talking about this before, that how like she was like, oh, she started everything from the bottom and da da da. And my friend was saying like, no, it couldn't be, because she gotta have gotten something from her husband. And now that she admitted it, like, you didn't do anything from the bottom. You got some funding, and they're still funding you. So yeah, I don't know about the bottom. I don't like the whole notion of like being self-made. I don't call myself self-made. God made me, and God brought me to where I am thus far. Without God, I wouldn't be able to do nothing. Nothing is within I couldn't create any of these opportunities that I have, or any of these things that I'm doing. You know what I mean? Everything that I have is because of God. I prayed for it, I worked towards it, and God put it all together. So yeah, that was my summary of this episode. It was really interesting. I love it. This was season 1, episode 10, of Real Housewives of Dubai. So now let's go ahead on and head on over to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And then after this, we're gonna go into Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Beverly Hills. Put your drink down.
No, you can go now, though.
Stand up for Helen. Of course.
I love you.
Oh, God. Good luck.
I want to eat a meal and like be okay with it.
Have you sought treatment?
I need to. It's time. I don't know what's going to come out.
You know what's gonna come out? A better Crystal. I asked Crystal, have you sought professional help? No.
What? She said that? Hi, guys.
My mom passed in hospice, and I'm still in shock, I think.
How are you feeling, Rena?
It hasn't really hit me, I don't think.
I didn't mean to hurt you or Harry. I'm sorry.
You did say you were sorry.
I did.
And I have to move on now.
You talk out of both sides of your mouth.
So do you.
No, I don't. You. Get out of my house. If you're going to talk like this, you should leave.
I don't need the spotlight. I shine just fine.
Hi, I'm Karma, and yes, I am a bitch.
You can take all my things, and you won't have taken a thing that matters.
The only thing better than having it all is having even more.
If you want to sit at my table, you best mind your manners.
They say talk is cheap, but in Beverly Hills, it can cost you.
I have nothing to hide and nothing to lose, and that makes me dangerous.
Girl, bye. You're
When
losing
you're the
everything.
real deal, you don't have to pretend.
Hi.
Hello.
It's so great to see you both.
Let me see. It looks great. I haven't seen you in so long.
You guys ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
PK, you want to go first?
Okay, so you may have a seat. How are you?
I'm good.
Good?
Thank you. I'm looking forward to getting my teeth cleaned.
Honey, you do realize you're not going to be able to speak for like 10 minutes. That means I get to do all
Honey,
the talking.
that's normal life for me. With you.
About 2 years ago, PK decided to get his teeth done. PK is like basically smiling all the time now.
Go ahead and switch for...
I can carry Ellie. I can do this with Ellie because she still wants to be held. And
Yeah, I'd like to see her a little bit older, like closer to 2.
So I would start the hormones and stuff in like, I'd say mid-March. When I called Asher and told him I had a miscarriage and I'm in the hospital, it's almost like it shifted our relationship. He truly grew up pretty fast. It definitely brought us much closer.
Every pregnancy, it's so different.
Well, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Go to your max. You let me know when you're good, okay?
Okay. That looks like it hurts. I think I have a love affair with pain. So I just kind of lean into it. This feels amazing. I am flexible. It works out great in all situations. I can drop it when I need to. Let's let her go. Are we gonna go my front first or my back?
We're going your back.
Okay. Well, can I give you my phone, Erica? Yeah. What's your passcode? Yeah. Let me buy some and send it to my house real fast. Oh my god.
Child, she a scammer for real now. Okay.
Ow, mother god. I'm not just bendy. I actually have something called hypermobility syndrome. This is actually a problem. You're not supposed to be born like this. And with that comes some other ailments. Oh, that hurts like a mother.
Take a breath.
My arms and legs go numb sometimes. Oh my god. I mean, I should have taken this to Cirque du Soleil or something, but no, here I am, wasting my talent.
Y'all, so far, I'm bored. Beside the Crystal talking about her her eating disorder or whatever. So far, it's boring. So I'm gonna come back when something. I'm gonna give y'all clips or whatever, but I'm gonna come back when something is actually happening.
No, it's not a good place. I don't want this circulated as Erica has a problem.
You do have a problem.
You always realize
You're mixing your medication with alcohol daily.
not a good place.
You don't know how to stop yourself from only drinking one cup. Like, I don't understand.
I don't want to be on medication. I don't want to be in this position. I don't want to be in this house. I don't want to be anything I am right now.
Then you shouldn't have been a scammer. You were signing, girl. You chose to be a scammer, so you chose to be here. So you're here.
Is everyone gonna be going to Dorit's?
Child, even after the show, Dorit, no, it's not Dorit. Erica is still facing charge. She has a new lawsuit. She has lawsuits coming out the woodwork, bro. She has been stealing this man's money, pretending to be on her paper, pretending to be his wife, and has been stealing money out of his Bank of America's account. And the man has been trying to get his money back for years, but I guess the guy who is the CEO of the Bank of America was cool with them because I guess he's got a cut of the money or whatever. And now the man wants his billions and billions and billions of dollars back. Because who, what, billions? Oh, I want my money back. Child, her and her husband just being out here just scamming, talking about she don't want to be girl, you shouldn't have scammed. You shouldn't have signed none of them papers. Like, what? I can't stand when wives of scammers act like they don't know that their husbands were scamming. There's no way that I would not know what my husband is doing. He's bringing money in the house. Where's his money come from? Like, what? There's no way. There's no, like, that whole facial parts and tourists. Like, there's no way I don't know there's no way I would not know what my husband's doing. There's no way. And then the fact that, like, she's been signing things and has documents of her in that, like, girl, you were a part of the scamming. Pipe down. Bro, we just had a scene where Dorit and her husband PK are arguing about him dimming the lights. It's just lights. And she's like, I'm so scared he's gonna mess up my reveal. He's just touching a switch on the wall to dim the lights. How is that manual labor? It's just lights. White people, rich white people. Rich people and their, rich white people and their shenanigans. Like, what? Okay. I hope I pray to get rich one day, but I hope I don't become like that, because it's, ew.
Dorit's dress is beautiful. Erica's dress is short.
Who wins?
My wife.
I think so. If we had to take the wives out of the who wins? Who wins?
Your wife.
No, both wives are out.
Oh, so I have to pick anybody but your wife? My wife?
Yeah, correct. After three. 1, 2, 3. Erica. Oh, you went Rhoa, huh?
There you go.
Weird. Okay? Weird.
We have this friend. Dorit, yes, baby. When I told Sutton to leave, did she say?
Look at Cal, just being messy. Messy boots.
Oh, but Ritter says it didn't happen like that.
She just said she doesn't want to talk about it. Why you keep bringing it up? Kyla's always ready to throw Sutton under the bus.
Rhea.
Yes, Kyle. According to other
This is a
people,
great way to do this
you
conversation.
said, get the out of my
I did not say the word.
No, I don't.
You. Get out of my house. If you're gonna talk like this, you should leave. I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Rena, I wasn't even there, but I know you said the
I must have been frustrated with you, and I probably said, then get the out of my house. I don't remember saying, was it brutal?
It was, yeah.
When I said that you were speaking out of both sides out of your mouth.
Oh, well,
Not
who
like
would
that.
like that? No one
No,
would.
you didn't like that.
Here's the thing. I think that our issue could be put to bed. It
I
could
don't think
be
your
put
issue
to
will
bed.
ever be put to bed.
No, it could be. It actually, Mauricio.
Child, not the husband and the wife being
Apologize
messy.
to my husband when you had a chance.
When he's leading the wine tasting?
Yeah. You could
I
have
said, Harry, I sent Harry a very thoughtful text.
No, you didn't.
Oh, I do believe I did.
Harry said you did not respond to him.
Okay. My text to Harry Hamlin, I said, happy birthday, Harry. Thank you again for including me last night. Wanting to keep the evening about celebrating you, I did not have a chance to express my apology for causing any embarrassment. This was never my intent. Sometimes miscommunication can wreak havoc. With sincerity, Sutton, with a kissy, kitty cat face, and a heart.
If you want to make this go away, you make a public apology, and you say, I'm so sorry I did that.
You say,
Sutton, why did you do it in the first place? Sutton,
Rhobh.
why? Sutton.
Let me see. Do what she says, then it goes
Sutton,
away.
Why did you do it in the first
end.
place?
It's
Sutton.
a very short
Sutton.
book.
We're not alone. There's other people here, including my friends, who are totally freaking out and texting me what the is going on. I'm totally mortified right now.
Maybe you'll do what? What will you do?
Maybe I'll tell them.
Maybe I'll do what?
That you treated Garcelle about the holidays.
Hold on, why is it your problem and not ourselves? Why is it your problem?
The ghetto.
I should have said it earlier. What made you do that? That's the answer I want. When I get it, I will let the go.
Who are you talking to like that? Do I look like your mother? Or who are you talking to like that? To whom is she talking to like that?
Hold on, guys. Sorry, if you're gonna make me do this.
Cause no, you don't have to let nothing go on. You do not. In this part right here, Sutton, I am with Sutton.
I just wanted to know, are there still issues between Rhea and Sutton?
Child, when they told how to let it go, she didn't let it go. You see what happens? Now she wanna. I just wanted to know. It's the throw the rock and hide your hands thing. Like what?
We're not Amsterdam level yet.
Like what? And then who? Why are you talking to something like that? Like, bro, she don't have to do. She don't have to do nothing. She apologized to your husband, whether he told you or not that she apologized to him. That is y'all problem. That is not her. That's no longer her. She has apologized multiple times. At this point, you have a problem with yourself. And I applaud Sutton for like ignoring you and not giving you that energy. Cause girl, bye. Trouble, bye.
When my mom just died 2 months ago, her stuff just came to me today. Okay? I don't want to fight with Sutton. It's not what it's about.
So I get the grief thing because we just talked about that, right? That does not give you an excuse to be disrespectful, vile to anybody. So now they're babying her like, oh, which I get. I would put my issue to the side and like comfort you. But what you should have done was said, oh, this conversation, I don't really want to have it right now today because I don't think I will come out in my best character. Let's talk about this later because I have a lot going on. Like, I get that she's grieving. I wholeheartedly understand that. But that does not excuse your actions for me. I can put the shenanigans to the side and comfort you, but that's not an excuse for your action for me. Okay?
I did get called by an attorney about one of the lawsuits that you're involved with. I feel a little pressure
From?
this group
They want me to get help, and I don't want to joke for them. And I have to answer to them.
How many people do you think you guys want at the wedding?
No idea.
You guys, I'm not going to be a high maintenance. You're not going to be a bridezilla?
Famous last words.
This is so cute. Look at the disco balls.
You have a drinking problem? No, I don't have a drinking problem.
Neither do I, but you tried to push it.
I said I was worried about you.
Are you though?
Yeah.
But is that to make Erica look bad, or is that out of genuine
Erica, I don't have to make you look bad. You can do that on your own.
Guys, we just finished Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So now we're going to head on to Real Housewives of Atlanta. And this is going to be it for this video. Yes, I'm in a whole new different shirt because this is another day. I'm going to try to figure out a day where I can do all of this together. Because me trying to do this at nighttime does not work because I get sleepy and I get tired. And reality shows be a lot. And to have to watch it and talk about it is a lot. So we're going to finish it tonight. I'm going to edit it tomorrow. And then you guys should have it tomorrow night. Yeah, because everything has come out now. So yeah, no, we're not going to do Married to Medicine in this one though. So there's that. But yeah, so let's go ahead to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Pew, 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 pew. So let me catch you up. So far, they're on a trip. They went to Jamaica with Sonya and her husband. So all the girls are on a trip right now.
There are going to be lots of friendships that will be mended in Jamaica. There will be no drama in Jamaica.
I don't know how it's helpful, but I know yesterday.
Yes, girl, you must not know how
I told him to get out. And it makes me feel like
The Jamaica trip is a couple's trip. Bye, girl. Welcome to Jamaica. Who is this, man? These are my friends. You do not think that it's weird that you sent your nephews back and made them feel away?
why would you bring up a situation that's killing me? You are wrong, Kandi.
You don't know that Atlanta, baby. Stop worldwide.
Marlo is so weird.
I ain't never skipped a beat or a bag. I keep you on the edges of your seat.
Come on, Drew.
I always have the juice, but now I got that peak.
You do not have a speech, girl.
You're always living in the moment when you are the moment. Spring, summer, or September, I'm the one you always remember.
Because you never have what you say you're going to have. Where's the collection?
My first race.
Sonya, we don't care about shooting gold medals. We don't care. We don't care. Let me tell you why I don't like Marlo. Marlo can dish it out but can never take it. She has been bullying. Well, I don't even say bullying, but like nitpicking with Kenya for like this whole season. Like this has been her storyline. If it's not her being a ain't shit ass Monty, then she's out here being a bully to Kenya or whatever. Like, and then what blows me is like the same thing that you do to her. If you do it back to her, she's like, "Oh, why would you hit me where it hurts?" But you literally just talked about Kandi's husband right in front of him, talking about how he's a bitch made nigga. I mean, she didn't say that word, but that's basically what she's trying to say. He's bitch made. I mean, he's not. I'm not saying he is, but that's what she would say, that he's bitch made. But that man is not. Like, like Kandi said, she's never had to take care of him before. He had a job before. She met him at the show. He was a producer on Housewives. Like, how was he poor? How was he poor? Just because he has respect for Kandi's mother does not mean that he's bitch made and that all that. Like, get you a man before you talk about anybody else's husband. Like, girl, I hear sucking white man's dick and stuff. Girl, bye. That's not what we're talking about. Girl, you better sit, girl. How you get your money, Marlo? Tell us that. Then we can. How did you make your money? And then she gonna talk about Kandi is only locally known. She's from Escape, dummy. And you know that. She's worldwide. I didn't know Kandi. I didn't know anything about Escape. Escape was not really. Yeah, I didn't know about Escape until I was older, so I was grown. But nonetheless, people in Africa, people everywhere know Escape. Apparently, because I'm doing probably like 1% of people who don't. But yeah, so and I'm just like, but who know you, Marlo? You out here trying to be a king. She trying to be a Nene, but you can't be Nene. Like, girl, child. We don't need a Nene. Be yourself.
All right.
And I don't like Sonya at all. She's such dick riding on Marlo and Sheree's dick so hard. She's dick riding so hard. Like, girl, bye. Like, it's okay to be friends with somebody, but when they're wrong, they're wrong. When they're right, they're right. Correct your friends. Like, have their back in public, yeah. But like, when y'all in private, correct them. Like, what is she always dick riding? Like, hey.
She's trying. She was trying to push buttons.
I am done with Marlo. She and I have had some major arguments in the past.
So the guy you're dating now, does he work? That used to work for production here?
Yes,
Oh,
he
he
does
does
work.
work.
Let me tell you this.
Who you getting upset now?
I've heard you're a big mama and you take care of guys. But I wouldn't dare say that around the girls. I would have pulled you to the side and said, hey, Kandi, I heard you're a big mama.
She's annoying.
You know what I mean? It's kind of. I think she's insecure about a lot of shit.
Right.
Clearly.
Be focused on being a mother. So you telling your nephews to get the fuck out your house. How you tell some two grown boys that have already, bro. First of all, she always want to throw in our face that she's from a foster care. I'm a foster child. But then you tell your two nephews that they're whose mother is already unstable and is in like a in jail and is supposed to be in a mental institute for not being okay. And you gonna tell her two sons to get the fuck out your house. Get the fuck out your house? That's how you talk to people that you love? And they're supposed to be feeling loved by you? And then you put them on your little sister who is a nurse and has 4 infants in a 2-bedroom apartment. And you are living lavish, but your rest of your family is not? What kind of money? What are you doing? There's no way that I'm gonna be living lavish and my sisters or my parents or not my family's not gonna get taken care of. There's no way on God's green earth that I'm gonna have the financial means and my family don't. Like, what is the purpose of your wealth? You got all these Birkins, all this Versace and always dripped and whatever, but you won't go get a house for your sister? Or you could got a big house and have your sister and her children all y'all living like she has one quarter of the house, you have the other quarter. Like, what do you do? Girl. I don't like Marlo. I don't like Sonya. Sheree, I could really live without. But I don't like them two. I don't like them two. Like, it's just so much. Y'all just do too much.
Why is she doing this? I don't understand. Why? What is this? She must always give us a monologue every time about her life. Ew, why? Why? That's great and all. Yeah, you came from humble beginnings. Great. But every episode we gotta talk about your gold medals, your tracksuit. Oh my gosh. Stop.
I think sometimes your passion come off
Too aggressive.
No, she's just rude and disrespectful. It's not a passion.
And I just felt like, what the hell were you worried about it for, Kandi? Did you want to come in? Why were you even in it? You usually don't have nothing.
See what I mean by fake friends that do not like to correct you when you're wrong?
Girl.
Friends like Sheree, I don't want that.
Well, as far as our
None of that.
saying stuff about Rhobh or whatever, and I just kept feeling like, why are you saying the same thing basically you do? You know, and I just didn't understand. And so then she started trying to go in on me.
Right, I'm like, that was out of no damn where.
So that's when it took a little turn.
I get so sick and tired of Marlo being a hypocrite. She wanted to dog Ralph about his parenting when her parenting isn't so great. Stop giving him the third degree. Give yourself the third degree. I think more so than anything, it pissed me off when she started disrespecting my husband. Yes. It's like, ma'am, get the off of me. Kenya made it.
Ciao, Kenya.
To be at the right times. I feel like something has changed. As far as me being here, everything that you've, planned so far, I've been on time for it.
She's grown.
Okay, Stella. Hey, Kenya, babe, are you gonna make it? I'm trying. What's up?
She came. That's all that girl.
I did have a conversation with Brooklyn. Okay. It was kind of disturbing because for the last 2 weeks, she has not been wanting to talk to her dad. And it seems like he doesn't even want to come to Atlanta. And I've been trying so hard not to let these things affect me. Sure. Oh, what up? How you doing? What's up?
You know what I found?
Divorce is crazy to me. Yeah. Protecting my daughter means everything to me. And I just want her.
Every time there's something wrong, it's always something about her divorce and her daughter.
I call you on something, Kenya, you bring up your ex-husband and how this is affecting your child. Listen, I'm gonna hang up because I'm like, no, that's not how you're supposed to make somebody feel. And that's kind of like what happened in my marriage. Is I let so much stuff slide. Yeah. And now I'm just to the point where it's like.
Now, in this instant, when you're calling her out, you're supposed to be calling. You're calling the wrong person out. You're supposed to call Marlo out.
Just own up to it.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
We're gonna go to the chat.
Shut up. What's your? First of all, Sonya, she never gonna watch this. But anyway, the only reason why you ever call Kenya out is because you are so up Marlo's ass, deep in her ass, that you can't see when she does anything wrong. This is the only time I can honestly say that Kenya did do something wrong when she had y'all waiting for sure. But other than that, anytime you've ever called her out, you wasn't calling her out. She was in the right. Your friend was wrong. Marlo, dumbass, was wrong. The fuck?
Kandi. Why are you talking? Oh, girl, you're so silly. Are you that motherfucking man? Girl, but that's it. Okay, well, don't say nothing. You don't say nothing. You're so petty, girl. I'm petty. Bitch, shut the up. I haven't talked to you. Don't talk to me. I can talk to me. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I don't want your bullshit. Grow up. Now you're not listening to anything she's saying. I'm done. Anything. I'm done. Why? She needs to pay attention. I'm sorry for her. Keep you sorry. I'm sorry. Keep you sorry. I'm sorry. Keep your mother sorry. Coming up next.
You see what I mean by she is delusional in how she sees herself? How is you telling Kandi she's being childish and all she's saying is, please don't talk to me. And you Kandi. And then you're going to tell her she's being childish, but you're the one who's doing the childish act. You see what I mean? But shorty is that OD delusional and projecting. My gosh. I really hope that this is really not who she is in real life. Because my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Wait. To your mark. This is Mark here. Yeah, this is your mark. Get to your mark. Here, come on, get down. All right, there you go. Set! Oh. We're just going to know how to navigate. What? Wait, hold on. What did you say, Sheree? Sheree just told me you told her you didn't show up. I called you twice. Did you call back? Did you find out? Did you try to get us there? Why would I call back? I thought y'all were going to go on a catamaran, so what is the big deal? You haven't checked on us all day. I was working. You want me to stop running and say, oh, the girls are here, guys. I can't work. Let me see. Hi, Kenya and Sheree. Yeah, actually, I do. Why does it seem like Kenya wants wants to pick a fight with me. Like, I extended the invite to whoever wanted to come, so I wasn't surprised when she didn't show up. Now, you know, if Kenya really wanted to be there, she could have called a cab like she did yesterday. Think you made it? What's up? Like, that's how you treat your guys?
Yeah, I was working. I would not expect you to stop what you were doing.
Right?
I told you earlier that I felt a way that I felt like you uninvited me. For some reason, I went to the library. You were like,
One at a time. We can talk whenever we want.
Hold on, please. I don't rock like that. Don't with my wife.
Man, sit down. Sit down.
We all go through different, but we still have to own what we do and what we don't do that's not right. Don't catch an attitude. I still need to receive my samples. What's left to do? Oh my gosh, I'm getting nervous. Sandy is still at iFed, still working. So I'm the official host temporary until she gets back. I'm gonna hold it down.
Her husband did not using curse words and angry. That's not your definition of a boyfriend?
You said, how's she talking about what they do, and she sent her nephews back? I am not Michelle Obama. You go low, I'm going low with you.
She's talking, so you need to be quiet and listen.
You're not going to tell me you're going to allow me?
Well, I don't understand why Ross got up to tell the ladies to not fuck with his wife. The argument was between ladies. It would be different if their husbands were in it and they were yelling at your wife. Sir, sit the fuck down. Sit the fuck down. She don't need you to save hers. It's an argument. Nobody's touching her. Nobody's doing. They're like, sit. The whole Sonya and her husband involved me. I don't care for it. I don't care for her in the show. She just go away. Go away.
Alright, you guys, that is the video for today. You got all of them 3 shows in this one video. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And give the notification bell a ring-a-ding-ding so that you know next time that I upload a video, which should be weekly. And make sure you head to my other channel, Beautifully Yasmin. If you're not subscribed there already, go ahead and subscribe over there because that's going to be all like business and ministry stuff. And I really hope that you enjoyed the video. Again, like, comment, subscribe, and share the video so I can get more people, more subscribers, my algorithm up, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I love you. I mean it. God loves you. You know it. And I will see you in my next video. To sleep I go.